blinded by the light. I still have some ideas how to massively improve this, but I don't want to tinker so much with my setup here for streaming. I want to focus on the actual project. So let's dive right in. Um, yeah, what when we were oh, wrong keyboard again. So remember my no, while you were gone. So what we did yesterday, we wrapped up 2.1. We did everything we wanted to do, and then while you were gone, I submitted it for review to the App Store. It went through review, actually submitted Friday night at 10, and the review was done Saturday morning at 4. So, did I release it? Yes, I released it. So, it's in store now if you want to have a look at it. Here's the URL with the link, and that page needs some love. So, yeah, so goals, wrap up 2.1. Yeah, it's in the store and done. And I didn't change the change log, but we'll get into that. And then next time, what went wrong? And actually, yeah, and we said we start the Rust journey, and that's what we will do. So why am I dropping frames? I hope it's not too bad. So, what went wrong? So if you look here, the packaging didn't work, and I have absolutely no idea why. It's something in the fast lane provisioning, and if you remember our to-do list, there's this rework the fast lane script. So I just went and pressed archive in Xcode and pressed up distribute in Xcode. Sorry, press distribute in Xcode, uploaded it from there, and said, okay, it's not automated, but it's literally 3 clicks, so it's fine for now. So yeah, it's on the to-do list for the future anyway, and I might sit down over Christmas and grab somebody who knows what he's doing. So not a lot went wrong. It just even the review was like it went into review and ready for release in like 10 minutes. So that I've never seen it that fast. Just fixing my preview here, so I see what's going on. But this is looking good. So yeah, nothing went wrong. So and then oh yeah, remember the brain freeze I had last time when we did the when we looked at the ensure script and said, okay, we can rerun this as many times as we want. The end result is always the same. And the word I was looking for was idempotent, which basically means the first time you apply an operation, something happens, and then you can apply it over and over and over again, and it will always have the same result. So you don't care if it was applied before or not. The result is always defined. So yeah, just look it up. And then say cheese. Cheese. Um, one of the viewers said, "Hey, I like your streams and your tech setups is kind of okay. It still is not as good as the top streamers, but I don't care. But and your content is nice, and I'm learning stuff. But you need more cheesy stuff in the background, like decoration and stuff." And I said, "Oh, okay. It's Christmas, and I can go do some cheesy, and I hope I don't tangle myself on my wire here. So." Have some cheesy. This, which is totally killing the green screen, but this is all the cheesy you will get. If I turn down the lights, you probably see it better. But yeah, that's the cheesy you will get today. That being said, if you're nice, I plan to stream for, well, let's see, 2 hours, maybe 3, depending on the energy. But that means I need a dinner break. And if you're really nice, or really naughty or something in between, then during my dinner break I might cheese it up, and I'm not talking about the cheese in my salad. So yeah, So, oh, shall I show you? So this were the screenshots. Remember that was the stuff we worked so hard on, was a super nice looking new widescreen one. And then if you go to the App Store and guess what? Have you seen these screenshots before? And all no manual uploading, and it's just like, I can finally update the game again without worrying about the whole process. I just want to do game update, and when it feels right, push it to store and be done, and then and actually can see it's version 2.1 that was just released. Download it, play it, rate it, would make me super happy. So yeah, yeah. Shall we start our Rust journey? So I cheated a bit. So I did a Rust update because I hadn't updated Rust in a while, and the download takes a while, like 3 minutes, and it compiles for another minute. So I didn't want to wait that time, and I switched back to stable. I was running nightly for a long time, but stable has kind of caught up, and I want to write this stuff in stable. And then I also created two repositories on GitHub, and uh, and just it's basically an empty repository that has like a README and a license. So the license is the standard MIT license, and the README I didn't even look. It's just the standard GitHub license, and I will put the link in this doc here. Just give me a second. Because this will all be public, and you can follow it. So that and I will even accept pull requests under some conditions. So we have this one, which is the OmniMat tools repository. And this is where the final version will live, but since this is experimental and I have no clue where this is currently going, I don't want to saturate this thing too much, so I have a second repository on GitHub, again public, and that's OmniMat tools, oh, experiments. Experiments. I usually type blind, but today this doesn't work. So it's these two. Yeah, I could markdown link them, but I don't care right now. So you can tag along, and that's basically what I have checked out here. So yeah, so I want to. So far, all the streams were adding stuff I had kind of in my head, or extending existing things in Fiiish, adding new script commands, or tweaking them, or fixing tiny bugs. So it was kind of okay. You have everything in place and do tiny tweaks, and this thing here, here will be a bigger thing, and we start basically from nothing. So I would take a long walk, think it through in my head for a few days, and then start writing it down. But I want to take you along with the ride. So I'm externalizing my usually internal thought process, and in the end, what I want is we remember we have this pack all, which basically I need to disable the hard corners, which says pack atlas and fonts and shape and then pack it all together. And basically, I want pack all just do like, I don't know. Ideally, it's OmniMat tools. It's just one binary, and then it has a command that says, I don't know. It could be pack all. Not sure about the naming yet, but that includes all of this. So when I have an artist or build system or whatever, I only need to to do the OMT pack all. And actually, what I will do is let's open a new window and do an open folder. And I want to write this actually down. So OmniMat tools, and this is gonna be, no, can you just write this in the correct? And I'm gonna call this brain dump dot markdown because it's gonna be very raw. So existing. Currently, various tools, Bash, Ruby, C, C++ are used for the content pipeline. Some of them are outdated, undocumented, unstable, or the sources are lost. And that's true. I mean, for at least one of the tools, I have I'm not sure why I press Control S. It's a Mac. So the goal is replace the whole content pipeline with one binary tool. It's just one tool, and we'll go into this later, but I want one file that I can copy over that's fully self-contained, statically linked. Yes, we will have one for Windows, one for Mac, one for Linux, one for Plan 9, I don't care, and Control S. So that's roughly the goal. So and also make it nearly drop-in compatible. So it's okay if we need to tweak some parameters, some tiny things, but I don't want to rewrite everything. And then make it almost configuration less. So convention over configuration, meaning if something is in a certain directory, it's handled in a certain way. So if it's a TTF, we probably know we want to make a font out of it. We probably still need to tell it which size we need, but make that as little as possible. Or if you have a sound bank directory, make a frickin' sound bank out of it. If it's a shader file, well, we know what to do with shaders, so all of that, it kind of needs to work by magic. And yeah, and then actually I'm gonna make this a checklist here so we can tick them off later. And then also make it smart, and this has certain sub goals like only convert if needed to make it fast or forced. I mean, conversion might take a long time, so don't convert if nothing changed. But also fail early. Remember this: the earlier we fail the data, the better it is. And then it should be extendable. So establish patterns that can be reused. Establish patterns that can be reused. And library that can be used. So for example, every converter will probably have source files and have some destination files. So the converter itself should just be like an implementation of, I don't know, could be converter base class, something like that. So it's yeah, and this is just dumping my brain. So let me create a new document here, and we just call this roadmap. And this is Omni Mat Tools roadmap, and milestone one is and I think about the packer here, so replace the packer, and then milestone 2 is TBD. So basically start with one tool and then extend from what we learned from there. And my Rust is not very good. Oh, they should be drop-in compatible. It has to be binary compatible, at least for the beginning, because replace a converter, we don't want to replace all the loaders and stuff. Long term, the goal is to have a Rust-based library that also kind of has the loaders. And so, but let's start with a packer, I would say. I'm wondering how I arrange this. So why it looks like my screen grabber froze and you couldn't see what I was doing. So let me, is this a smart idea? Okay. Hmm. We don't like. What's wrong with the stream? Let's. So basically, or you cannot even see it. The window left of this here is. Oh, that's sad. I just restarted the. I will stop the recording, restart OBS, and we see what's going on. So sorry about this. Stopping the streaming right now and try again. This never happened. So let's see.